Detective, you came.
Only because you said you had something to show me?
Look, I get it. This place creeps you out.
It's not just the place.
Ouch.
So what you got?
The lab results came back on the substance on Nina Clausen's feet. Tree sap. From a red dawn, full moon, Japanese maple.
You making that name up?
No. Very rare. I ran a search on any murders in which victims were found with similar sap. 3 turned up. All unsolved. All women. All with bruising on their wrists.
Wow. That's impressive.
Nice.
Whoa!
Johnathan Fernandez from Leathal Weapon is here on the zoo. I like that. You seem smart. Is that really you or is that acting?
Or is it the glasses?
Yeah.
Seems smart. Seem is the operable word.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the zoo. Dennis.
Everybody, big round of applause for Johnathan, first of all. All right, Johnathan, at the count of 3, we're gonna scream "Hua" and we're gonna sit down. You comprende?
Yeah,
All righty. 1, 2, 3. Hua!
Let me tell you why I like your role and why I like you on Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
I love this fashion.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
We're gonna get to the fashion in a second, but
Yeah.
the most important thing is I like seeing people of color
Right?
in a position of intellect
Yes.
as scientists, as lab people, as people
Yes.
that have the answers, the solutions, the hard to find and answer questions.
Totally.
And you pull that
gotta
off on
come to
Lethal
me.
Weapon.
That's the coolest thing to me about the show,
Right.
that it's very diverse, but there's no stereotypes. You know, like you don't know that I'm Latino at all. And
Are you playing a Latino on the show?
I don't know. It hasn't really been discussed.
Well,
Like
you
Are
that.
you
can-
Latino? Because
I'm
you're
100%,
Fernandez.
100% Latino.
¿Hablas español?
Sí, señora.
Ah, ¿en serio?
Oh,
¿Pero
yeah.
de dónde eres?
Hondureño y colombiana.
Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah,
Yo
yeah.
pensaba que de Brooklyn. O sea, también. Ahí naciste.
Nací aquí, or yeah, pero no, yo soy, I'm first generation here.
Okay.
Vale, vale.
Pero mi mamá es colombiana de Bogotá.
Pero latino.
Yeah,
man,
pero no lo
let's go.
uso.
Well, you do, because mira, I'm from Miami, and I'm Cuban, and I have Afro-Cuban cousins, and so I'm used to not assuming that if someone is African-American looking, that they might not,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like, I'm used to it. I think here in
Afro-Latino.
LA, where everyone's
Afro-Latino,
Mexican,
yeah.
they're not used to seeing Afro-Latinos.
That's
Totally.
true.
Or they
That's a
think
good
you're
point.
Caribbean or Dominican. It's
Right.
like those two things, and then
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
it.
Dominican. I would never say en Colombia, la verdad. O
Yeah.
sea, como que no es lo primero que se me viene a la cabeza.
Yeah. Well, my mom is your complexion.
Oh,
My
yeah?
father's darker than I am. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right in the middle, café con
Right.
leche.
Yeah, totally.
Cafecito con
Mocha, un poco
leche
mocha.
y azúcar.
Tell us a little bit more about your role on Lethal Weapon and how you got the role.
Yeah, it happened very quickly. It was like 3 days. I'm from New York. I just moved here like 3 months ago. And
Welcome.
yeah, thank you. Tuesday, I got the audition. Wednesday, I did the callback in New York. Thursday, I booked it. Sunday, I flew out.
Wow.
So it was just like, and this was after like a long pilot season, a million auditions, and it was like one of the last shows I went out for, and all of a sudden that's the one that hit.
And you're a big fan of it too. You're like, you know verbatim all the movies, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
No, I remember having the VHS from Columbia House. Like, if you remember that, my father got, you know, when you had the stamps and has the movies you wanted to choose, and
Yeah.
you mail back the stamps and they send you those VHSs.
And
like,
then you cancel the subscription.
yeah, right. So we have like all the first 3 movies we have on VHS. I watched them a million times. Like, I love the movie. So for this to be the first thing that kind of throws me out there is insane. And the character is like,
You've been visualizing your whole life to be in
yeah,
there.
and
Wow.
and also to be a character where it doesn't exist in the movies. I could just do whatever I want,
Right.
you know, and there's no pressure because it doesn't, you know, previously exist, which is awesome. And the guy is just like, you know, loosely sarcastic, very smart, and also wants to write screenplays, and it's just
But
very
that's
close to
you.
real life. Very close to real life.
I mean, tell us about growing up. You seem like you went to, you just seem very educated, very smart. So, I mean, what part of New York or Pennsylvania did you grow up in? And did you go to like a diverse school or?
Not really. I mean, when, Brooklyn until I was 7, and that's when we moved to East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, which is kind of a random town. But it just, I think my high school was like 87% white or something like that, which I think is low for that area. Like, you would think it'd be more like 97 and above. And I was just like an athlete and did all the, you know, AP advanced classes and just kind of loosely fell into being a brainiac. Like, I just always have liked reading, you know, books on like medical books, even as a kid, like weird stuff like that. My mother and I used to watch like surgeries on TLC, like back when it was the
you
Learning
are.
I
Channel.
like that stuff,
When it was
yeah.
still the Learning Channel, when it was
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
the Learning Channel. And so, yeah, and then we just, and I wanted to get into forensics originally. That was my first major, was forensic illustration, which is illustrating for medical textbooks. And it didn't exist. That's not a thing that exists.
Well, how'd you end up in acting then?
Because I unofficially changed my major like 8,000 times.
But I mean, you clearly have a creative side to yourself. I mean, again, and I have to go back to the outfit. I love the look. Is this a double Winston? Or what is it called?
This is,
Windsor.
although we could create one. We could create one called the double Winston, and it'll make us famous for it.
Oh, okay.
It exists.
Yeah, this is called actually a Trinity knot because it's like
Trinity.
three portions.
Yeah, but
looks
it's
very
that, and
complicated.
then this, and then the glasses, and
It's
I love the
very,
color of the glasses.
very far
And the
down the
watch?
rabbit hole. Oh, thanks. A watch,
Wait,
vintage
but-
watch. It's a whole
Oh, wow.
thing.
Is this
It's a
really
whole
you
thing.
dressing up, or are they dressing you up? Because you wear different glasses to like every event. Like, is the hair something that you did because you started doing comedy, or
No,
is
this
your
is
own
just
decision?
like this is usual. This is like if you see me randomly on the street, this is Everyday Fernandez.
Oh, wow.
It's very
Everyday
hot.
Fernandez.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds like a name for a pilot, a new show. Your own show.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, perfect.
Right,
By the way, if you want to
yeah.
be the narrator for the show, our co-producer really likes your tone.
Oh, okay.
And he also knew that was a Trinity, Andres. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. After my own heart.
I thought
Talk
it
to
was
us.
a double something.
Talk to us about your father-in-law moved in with you to come out here to LA. Like, is he still chaperoning the relationship? What's going on
My
there?
father? No, that's news to me.
That's news to you. That's what I read. That he had moved
That's the
out with
other
you and your
Johnathan
wife.
Fernandez.
No, I mean, we've had a lot of guests since we moved here. And so this week actually is like the first week that my wife and I have like alone in our apartment. Because like nobody in my family, and her family too, nobody has ever been to Los Angeles or California. So as soon as they, saw that we were out here, they're like, all right, well, I guess this will be our opportunity to go check it out. So it's just like, searching for the apartment, getting the apartment, and just like so many guests that we're just like, we love you, but get the hell out of here.
All right, speaking
I
of
feel
LA,
you.
because this happens, all of us are from somewhere else, except for Bruno, who's still out there somewhere doing a friend zone that we'll see on a future show. But when I first got here to LA and I came from Miami, where it was very fast-paced, very abrasive, so to speak. The East Coast tends to be that way. It took me a little while to get used to the California state of mind and the groove. Have you picked up on it? Is there something that you like about LA that sticks out, or the things
Yeah.
about LA that you don't like that sticks out?
Dude, the first thing we did, we like started hanging out immediately, my wife and I. As soon as we landed, we were like, yo, this is what's up. Like, it's like way more our speed. Like,
Yeah.
New York is great and everything, but, and I don't miss it at all, just because we're sunshine kids. We want to be out in the sun.
And it's a good weather here.
Yeah, it's the perfect weather, So it's interesting. I heard a lady the other day say it was in Santa Monica. She was at the bank teller, and she was like, it was 85 degrees out, and sunny. And then she was just like, man, I just came from Nova Scotia, and it was like perfect. There was like 72 and sunny. I was like, what? I was like, you're in perfect timing, like perfect weather right now. So for her to complain about that is insane.
Oh, wow, that's great. Okay, but don't go anywhere. We are back with Johnathan Fernandez from Lethal Weapon here. So it's very nice to have you. I want to know also about the LA thing, because we're talking about how you just moved out here.
Yeah.
What do you think about the balance between LA and New York? Is there anything?
I think it's very hard to compare the two.
Okay.
Like, New York is what it is, and I don't think any city compares to that at all. And Los Angeles is its own thing. I feel like the people from New York that don't like LA, it's because they keep on comparing it. They're like, oh, but New York has this and that. It's just like, no, man, as soon as you figure out what it is, it's its own
And they
thing.
haven't moved here, because here's the thing: when people leave New York, it's either for South Florida or Southern California.
It's true.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
also
want to.
true.
And my sister actually lives in Brooklyn, Carroll Gardens, I think.
Yeah,
that's the
very
area.
nice area, yeah.
And whenever I visit her, I love New York, but after a few days, the city's a beast,
Yeah.
and I don't want to keep fighting.
Yeah.
It's all the people on the sidewalk is very aggressive. Out here, you have a little bit of space.
Yeah, you're
you can
chilling.
breathe.
Like, the people I know that have moved here, like, I see the weight of New York off their shoulders. Like, people that I would think were like crotchety in New York and like upset with like in New York, I see them out here and they're all smiles. Like, everybody's doing cool stuff. Like, it's really interesting to see the
And I think
two
the
differences.
weather also plays a big thing.
You have to go out of your way to be annoyed here.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, no. You just gotta
Not
get in your
when you're
car.
in traffic.
You gotta get in your car and have to get to
You know what
somewhere.
though? I will take, being your own cushy space
Yeah.
with a podcast on or whatever
Totally.
and air conditioning on, rather than being vomited on by some homeless guy
Totally.
in a
Oh, that's
subway in New York.
disgusting.
And I can always smoke in the car and everything, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dennis, you wanted to ask something?
Oh,
about
yeah,
I wanted
that's a
to ask you-
California thing, too.
Have you met all of the Wayans brothers? Because you're working with Damon on this show, and
No.
how many Wayans brothers are there? There's like a
million.
Brady bunch
There's so
of them.
many. He has like a
Brady
ton of
Bunch.
grandkids also, and I met his son, and his son and I have like a wicked bromance going on.
Really?
Yeah, because he was wearing this like anime hat that is like not everybody knows what the reference is. And I was like, yo, I made that hat for myself because I couldn't find it. So I had to, like,
What cartoon show or what anime was it?
It's from a video game called Fatal Fury in Japan. It's
Okay.
like very insidery, nerdy stuff. You're looking at me, you're like, oh, I thought you were cool, but you're this huge nerd.
I'm just like, oh wow, I don't know any of this
Yeah,
stuff.
so I saw the hat, and actually my wife saw the hat first, and she's like, oh my God, you gotta meet my husband, because he knows what that hat is, and so do I. And we met, and then we were talking about doing like karate and flips, and like he also draws, so we were just like having this like insane bromance. But the other brothers I haven't met yet.
Okay.
Although Damon was hanging out with a brother of his last weekend, and I was like, oh, what'd you do last weekend? He was like, oh, I was hanging out with my brother. I was like, which one?
Oh, yeah, right?
Which one? I was like, he's like, Sean. I was like, really? What do you guys do? What were you guys doing? That's awesome.
Well,
Like,
can you imagine like Thanksgiving or Christmas at the Wayne's house?
Oh
Everyone's
my
probably handing out
goodness.
headshots.
yeah.
Everyone's going, all the little kids, the new generation, they all have their little headshots.
And they're all so funny too. So
They are.
being like at a function or at an event, not an event, just a family playtime with them must be insane.
Being at a family event is like being, you know, at a function because there's so many of them.
No,
like you
yeah,
said.
they're audition.
They're
By
all
the way,
successful,
my
yeah.
shoes matches your top. And
Oh,
that
nice.
brings us to a game that we're gonna play
Ooh.
with you called Follow and Follow.
Yeah!
And look who's joining us now. To do Follow and Follow. It's Bruno. Very fashionable. Very, very all this stuff.
You're
Okay, so
very-
basically we're gonna give you two parties or two people.
Okay.
We're gonna tell you about what's going on between them, and you're gonna decide who you're gonna follow or unfollow on social media.
Okay.
First up, Prince Harry versus Meghan Markle.
That's the redheaded one, right?
Yeah.
Prince Harry, yeah.
The British prince is rumored to be dating the American actress, so who's the lucky one that we should be following?
I would say Prince Harry because his fame is not going anywhere.
I agree.
I don't even know who the other person is.
I love an actor saying that about another actor. He said, I don't even know who they are. You know, the thing is also Prince Harry gets caught in some funny photographs, and I want to follow him.
Yeah, he's a fun dude. He's always like Vegas with.
I like
naked
that
people.
because doesn't he come out naked every once in a while on social media, get caught doing naughty stuff? I like
He also
that.
served in the
And
military,
the queen
right?
is like,
and like.
no!
And the queens are like, yeah!
It's like way more.
So everyone's following Prince Harry then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prince Harry, yes.
I like the name Meghan Markle. Alliteration is
I
always
love
fun.
how much
Very
energy
pretty.
you gave the queen just now. I don't think she would ever be that into anything.
Right? I heard
She
she
would
went to
be
a
like,
supermarket the other day and was
I
just like
know.
shocked at being in a supermarket. She
I
was
bet.
like, what is all this stuff?
She doesn't know what that is.
Yeah.
What is it?
Next up, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Idris Elba? Or
Idris.
Elba versus Madonna. The actor denied rumors that he and Madonna are dating by tweeting, "Am I sleeping with Madonna? No M-effers, mother effers. Don't believe the hype." Who are we following? Are we believing Idris, or is Madonna getting a little bit of that?
Oh man,
Youngsters,
this is a
This
tough
is a
one. This
tough
is like a
one.
real serious one.
This is really tough.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna follow Madonna.
What's that?
I'm gonna follow Madonna.
Because she's an icon.
Yeah, I
would-
like this
but
woman.
he's an icon in like the baby stages.
Yeah.
He's like about to be an icon, I think.
Yeah.
In America, I mean, you're so over him. Like
I would
whatever.
go with Idris just because Madonna keeps on sagging, and I just noticed that Idris keeps on, everything keeps on lifting up on
What
Idris.
did you just
Yeah, I just said it.
That's just
What
age.
was that?
Ay, pobrecita, se está poniendo bien vieja, mi amor. Ya
Ay,
no luce
Dios
como
mío.
She looks-
antes.
she's
It's the
50
truth.
something.
Ya no
Yeah,
hago
She's
otra
almost
vela.
60. She looks great for her age.
Yes, he does.
She does.
I never want to be old now.
Sorry,
Ever.
sorry.
I'm gonna go with Idris, but I don't like how aggressive he was with that post. I like that's
Yeah,
weird.
what was that all about?
That's weird to me.
Doesn't
like-
have to be like
I would
that.
be
Doesn't have to
honored
look
to,
like
All
you know,
right,
to have
just
a
moving
rumor
on really
like
quick.
that.
Taylor Swift versus Demi Lovato.
None.
Do we have that? No?
What is
Zero.
going on
Can we
with them?
just
I-
like X out both of them from
Yeah. No,
So-
there's-
What's the
society?
beef?
A lot of reports have focused on Demi's jealousy over Taylor's friendship with Selena Gomez.
Oh, come on. Are you
What?
kidding me?
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
it's so childish.
Is this middle school? What's
Yeah.
the deal? Like,
Yes, it is. It is middle school.
I didn't care. I was very neutral on Taylor Swift until she became like she was named the ambassador of New York's tourism. And she had this whole song that came out, a video that was like, I'm all about New York. Here's my stoop. And I was like, there's nothing New York about you at all. And ever since
Is she
then,
even from New York?
No, she's from
No.
like Tennessee or something, right?
she's from Tennessee.
yeah.
Oh,
She's from the
then
Midwest.
that's,
Yeah, ever
they
since
should
then
get
I
a
was like-
native to sing that song.
Okay,
Yeah.
so last one. By the way, who Taylor Swift, Demi
I
Lovato?
definitely unfollow Taylor Swift. I like Demi Lovato better.
Okay, good.
I'm not following you.
I like
she's
Demi
nice.
Lovato because she's actually dating this UFC guy, and I think that they actually make a physical power couple.
Oh, good for her. You go, girl.
Last one: Christmas versus New Year's.
Oi.
Christmas, 100%.
Christmas, why?
Yeah. Christmas,
hard.
you know, is not as
That's
lonely
unfair.
as New Year's can be.
That's
like,
true.
You know, New Year's could be a very sad time if you're not ready for the new year. Whereas everything, the whole year culminates in and with Christmas, you're with all your people, and New Year's people like kind of spread around, and you don't know what this New Year's gonna bring and stuff. So you're like, let's cap this off with some presents, yo.
Nice.
I love all the rituals of New Year's. I just love it. I'm the one that takes the suitcases and goes out and runs on the street. and then I throw the lentils for the abundance of the year.
Wait, I don't know about any of those things.
That's why my New Year's is fun.
It's a very Latin thing. Yeah.
I do all the Latin things that can be done.
You eat the 12 grapes
in
too,
New
honey?
Year's, and it's so fun and it works. So I'm gonna go for New Year's.
I'll go with Christmas because I like to get free gifts.
Wow, I've been too lonely on New Year's. Christmas.
Okay,
It
so
is a lonely holiday.
By the way, you know what we're gonna do? We gotta say bye to you, but we're all gonna follow you, my
Oh
friend.
yeah, follow you back.
On
Yeah.
Instagram.
Way to go
Yeah,
on
the whole
everything.
thing, the whole
on
thing.
everything. You're doing amazing, Lethal
awesome.
Weapon. We'll see you on even bigger, better things to come. Not that.
Yes.
Thank you so much.